Hello, Forex family. This is Sidney Guajardo, come to you live from San Antonio, Texas, and we are the Trading Places. I want to introduce a new product here. It's called FX Synergy. Trying it out. Maybe I should have tried it out on a demo account. We're using live money here, but anyway, what it does is it allows you. I haven't loaded all my pairs yet, but it allows you to take trades from here. So right now I'm in pound dollar. Let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at pound dollar here. I mean, not on this one, but so it's definitely a short call. It's going short, and it allows you to, instead of managing each and every one of these accounts from an MT4 account, you manage it from here. And when you close out one, you close out both. So this one, I just forgot to add Lucror, this demo account that I'm using. I use it for practice. This one's a live account, but I set up this one. I didn't know what to name it, so I just called it Alpha. And in the Alpha group, I have these three accounts. So, like I said earlier, I'm in this trade right here of pound dollar, and it's an obvious trade. It's going that way, but you can do the lines manually here, which is the old way, which I used to do it, like the lines for setting up take profit. Then you set up the stop loss, right? And you do that on every trade. So here lately I've been running 2, 3, 4 accounts, and I'm not entering the same entry. Some I'm getting in the same different prices, and it just makes for a big mess. The other day on a demo account, I took a trade and I thought I closed all of them out, and I left one open. The Forex gods were on my side, and I ended up making money on it, but could have gone the other way too. So I looked and did some research. So for those of you who want to use a platform like this, it's nice because you could all I did was just push that button right there, sell, and it took pound dollar on. It should have taken it on Lucror too, but I forgot to open it up. But it took it on the two that were open. So the mistake I did make is on the lot size. I picked a 1.37 lot size, which is, to me, in my opinion, too big of a lot size for a $10,000 account. I like going with a half a lot size, which industry standard says $10,000 account usually calls for a 1 lot size. But there's a thing called retracement, or like what we call it here, like the hokey pokey, where you put something in and take it right out. That's what retracement is. It goes forward and it comes back. Well, to minimize your risk management, I usually go with half a lot size. Once it retraces and starts moving forward and it gets to 0, then I just press in the same direction again. So then it turns into a 1 lot size. So I've been trying to practice that, and it's working out pretty good. So anyway, this one's already starting to come back. If you can see it, I'm trying to figure out a way to take these trades on the MT4, but have these here. Let me show you. This is how you take the trade with this right here. I got to be careful. I don't want to take a trade. So I want to be able to take trades from there. So that'd be pretty neat. We'll figure that out. It's kind of complicated, but once you get it all set up, it's really neat. Okay, so let's get started here. Looks like stuff's moving. I was in pound dollar right now. It kind of is in consolidation right now, but it's headed down. But if you look at the MT4, it's not in consolidation. So it kind of looks like it, but it's not, because it's just the close of a session that just happened. So once the volume picks up here later on, maybe around 7 or 8, the trade will start falling. But anyway, let's go to CR charts and let's look at gold. Let's see what it did today. Yeah, it's been ranging all day. So let's take our erase tool and just try to figure out where we are. We're right here. Okay, so even though it has been ranging all day, if you take a look here down, it looks like it's kind of trending down a little bit. I've added another indicator on here, and it looks like it wants to turn. Hasn't made up its mind here yet, so I don't get the indicators involved on these, but if I had to call it, which I do here, I'm just going to call it short. Okay, let's look at one of the indices here, US 30. I looked at it, it did move a little bit, but it was kind of in a range today. Really didn't move too much. So it still went up, which is good. I like it when US 30 is going, but if you take a look at this on our ellipse tool, it's been ranging for the last 2 days. It had this big drop right here after a steep incline, and then it peaked out and it just took a dive all yesterday with about 300 points. And it's been ranging ever since, but this is good. You know, the US 30 consumes so much money, you don't have to have a huge lot size to make any money, but there was movement during this consolidation. So I continue, especially with gold, looks like it's going short. I think the dollar is going to go long. I really do. So I'm just going to put this, I could be wrong because I'm not using any indicators on here, but we're going to go long. Okay, euro dollar. We're coming off a nice downtrend. It's probably going to continue to go that way. That's the way it looks. Let me look at these. Yeah, it looks like it's going to keep going. If you notice, right at the end of a close, there's always this retracement here, and it's reflecting right here. So it's in the undersold or oversold. It's on this side of the sidewalk, so it could go up. So it's kind of hard to make a call with this little. It could be a baby uptrend. Who knows? But just according to King Solomon here, it's going to continue short. So I do what he says, even though I'm his boss. You know, it's kind of the way it works. He asked for a raise the other day. I told him absolutely not. You know, he missed one about 15 months ago, and that's just not acceptable. So, okay, so I think it's going to continue to go short. Short of indicators stay. By the way, it's June 18th, 2020, and that was the day I brought my firstborn home, Miss Victoria. Today was her birthday. I just took her some goodies from the grocery store, some roses and balloons and snacks and stuff. She really enjoyed it. So anyway, short of indicator stay. So I think that's what's going to happen. There's a lot of pressure to go down here. It kind of retraced in this little make-believe consolidation here. Made people believe it was going to go long, and it just took some money and did it again. So I would look at this as consolidation. And if you look, when you have consolidation, and I'm still working on the indicator, I'm going to call this right here. This is the consolidation. And the reason I stopped here is you can see real good movement here, just boom, and it just starts a downward trend. Same thing here. So when you have consolidation and the first run usually goes like this, and then it'll retrace, and then it'll continue down every single time. Look at that. Consolidation, comes down, and then comes back up. It went back in, right back into consolidation. So you have consolidation right here. It went up, it went up, and it pulled back for 2 solid hours, and then went up again. It always does it. It gives you one big long candle, which I call a banker's candle, and it took out everybody's stop loss right here, and then it went back up to collect, and it went into consolidation. These just have to keep an eye out on this stuff, all the details. That's what I'm here for. So look for Euro USD to go short if the indicators stay. Let's look at dollar yen. Let me take a look at this 1 second here. Well, it's definitely coming back, so that's good. I like this. In a few, let me see, what's I gotta check something on my Forex watch. I love this Forex watch. If you have it, if you have a smartphone, you can have these. Okay, so Sydney just opened, and then you have the Forex side is going to open in about 45 minutes. So we'll get some Tokyo's open, Sydney's open. So we'll get some volume here shortly, and it'll start cranking because there's been some good movement today. I've increased my both accounts collectively by 5%. So where are we here? All right. Euro yen. Okay, so it looks like this trade pair doesn't look like it doesn't look like it knows what it wants to do, but all this is just retracement of one continuous downtrend. Okay, and these are really big movements, and it makes me believe that this retracement like this, all it is, and I'll show you here. There's not really an agreement, but so I kind of put the call up first. So, okay, so I'm going to show you some things here. This is where we are. And we're in a serious uptrend from here. Serious uptrend. It could be a baby uptrend. I don't know, but man, there's a lot of pressure for it to go short. So let's put this horizontal ray right here, show us where we're at so we can see if my theory is true. So I'm going to, you see how this right here, it's right here. Even you have all this big movement, but here's the telltale sign. It's right here in the middle of the street. This bank is begging you to take trades in here because you're going to get squashed. Telling you. I study this thing all day, all night. This is consolidation, and this is big consolidation. This, I think, is done. It's not organic. This is simulated. It's done on purpose. Okay. You see, here's consolidation. You see this? This is real. This is I don't know what this is. This is kind of a mixture, but it's been consolidating for a long time. If you were to take a picture of this thing like on a 4-hour candle, this thing would just be going straight across, just flatlined. You don't want to take trades in this area because look at that. Bam. When it's moving back and forth like this, our competition, which is the institutional traders, they're giving you signals to go short, and then look at that. They just, I mean, look, my King Solomon gave a signal to go short, and it just goes long, and it took everybody's money. It gave a signal to go short or to go long again, and then boom, it takes your money, and it comes down to here to this support line. It matches up right here, and then boom, just takes off. It doesn't even touch resistance, and it just takes off again. Bam. This right here is it's manipulation of the market by institutional traders. So even though I think it's going to go short, be very careful because there's no agreement. You have this indicator saying it's going to go long. This one's short. There's no one knows where the how to give directions here. So be very careful on this trade. Euro yen. Okay, let's erase some of this stuff. I drew this the other night to show where the trade was going to bounce, and it did. What happens is somehow these institutional traders know where your take profit and your stop losses are going to be, and what they do to ensure that they do take all that money, especially if it's a stop loss, they'll go past it to get people that maybe put their stop loss there, 10 pips behind it. So it comes back and it bounced, it made sure, and it bounced again. Look at that. So let me see here. All right, vertical line here. So now we know exactly where we're at, kind of like coordinates, right? We have a serious series. We have a lot of pressure for this thing to go south, right? And I think if the indicators stay, it's short if indicators stay, okay? So this is yep, so I think it's going to continue to go short even though it's retracing here. There's a little movement, but we know better. Markets close and they start to go up, they start to retrace. Okay, let's go to Aussie dollar. Let me check this real quick. Hey, look at that. We're in the profit almost. So I'll check this here in a few minutes. I really, really like this. Man, this is, oh man, I was pretty good at juggling, 2 or 3 accounts, but this right here is going to really make my life easier. So, okay. This is progressively going short, but I want to point something out here. Let me just erase this so you can see it a little better. You see some big movement here. Really big movements. Boom, boom, boom. But it's not really, the difference between here and here isn't a lot. It's, maybe, I don't know, 100 pips in a week. So if you take a look at this from right here, the highs and the lows, you have this box right here. It's basically 3 days of consolidation, and it started Monday. It started Monday. There was one big drop. I guarantee this is a Monday candle, just boom, out of nowhere. Look at this. It just went straight down, came up here, and then took everybody's money and went into consolidation. This right here is not normal. It's not normal. The last time I saw a candle similar to this, I was in gold short and US 30 short, right? And this was back in January when, I can't remember who did what, but it was Iran bombed Iraq's airport or something like that. And within 15 seconds, I made like maybe $15,000. It was something really crazy. It just went straight down and it went into like a flat line. But this isn't normal. This is manipulation from the bank. That's all it is, gaining equity. And when they gain equity, that's how they can move currency. That's how they do it. So, and then once it took everybody's money, now it's just going to go into this mode where it's going to give you signals, short. Give you signals, look at this, and it just keeps going up and down really quickly. So I'm very interested to figure out where this one is going. And to prove my point, look at this. It's in consolidation starting right here, pretty close to where we're at, and just kept on cruising. Waiting, waiting, waiting. It kind of dipped down here, went back up, and just cruising, cruising, cruising. This is big time consolidation. So my notes are going to be walk, don't run. No, run, don't walk. Big consolidation. I'm going to tell you something here. Hold on, let me put this. Do not trade. Here's one thing. Everybody, they get a little success in Forex. They think they know. You have to stay. I remember one time in, I think it was '02, I had bought a Harley Davidson. It was a Deuce motorcycle. And one of the guys was saying, man, I was telling the guy, I said, man, every time I get on my bike, I get scared. He goes, make sure you never lose that feeling, because the day you lose that feeling is the day you're going to wreck. Okay, you become overconfident. The reason I say that is because technology has made Forex very easy for us. I didn't think the day would ever come that we would be able to take trades, execute trades, exit trades right on our phone. I only use my MetaTrader 4 mobile app when I'm already in a trade and I have to go run an errand, so I can easily get out. Do not ever take a trade on your phone. You can't see this. Even on a chart, you can't see it. It has tools there. There's some people that do it. I'm just begging you, don't do it. I don't want any of my students to do that. It's just, you're just begging for it. Okay, we're in profit on one here. I like it. You see it says profit. It shows how many pips I'm up, my take profit, my stop loss, and my risk here somewhere. Yeah, risk. So it's a pretty neat. I'm starting to like it. There's so many other things you can do. I can't wait. So anyway, we'll come back and look at that when we're making some more money. So big consolidation. Do not trade. All right, let's go to pound dollar. I'm in that one. It's a short call. There's Mr. Solomon sending us some signals. Boom, boom, boom. If you can't see that, you need some LASIKs. You don't even need to see in this program. It'll alert you. Isn't that something? All right, so let's erase all our work here. Okay, so pound dollar, it did give a signal, and that's where it retraced. It flipped over to the next candle, which the hour turned about 22 minutes ago, and it went straight into profit, just like I called it. So, all right. Well, I didn't call it. The king called it. He's always getting mad at that. I try to take credit. Sorry about that, king. Okay, so it's in consolidation right now, or kind of looks like it. I think this is done organically, because look how close the candles are. It doesn't really. The reason it did this is because of the close of business a couple of hours ago. So, and sometimes it'll slow down. So if you notice, a lot of the trade pairs do that. So I'm going to call this short if indicators stay. This, I mean, as strong as these indicators are, I may stay in this thing all night. Short. My daughter was born on Father's Day. Oh, you know, it was Father's Day weekend. What the best gift ever, huh? Okay, let's look at dollar Swiss. Now we'll look at these two trade pairs. Oh, this is another trade that's getting ready to happen. Probably later on tonight. Well, hold on. Getting a little bit of mixed signals here. I'll show you why. This may be a trade later. Okay, so right here I see a little trend. Little baby trend. I say a baby trend. It's been like that for 10, 15 hours, but that doesn't constitute a trend. I wish I could make this smaller. Let me see. I think I can. Nope, that ain't gonna do it. Anyway, look at this. This is huge, huge consolidation. You got to be able to, when you first look at that, it's like, man, there's a lot of action going on here. There is a lot of action. It's a lot of manipulation. I think it's right here. Look at this. Big movements, just, it's really consolidation. It's what it is. So just kind of stay back on this one, guys. Let me do erase mode here. Do some notes. Consolidation. Wait for trade to set up. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, and I found myself doing it. And this is what happens. You're sitting back and you finally, you have one of these moments like, oh, now I get it. And this happens on a Friday night when the session closes, or for Forex for the weekend. Man, I can't wait to do this on Monday. I figured it out. I think I got it. All of a sudden, Monday comes around, and then we have nothing really breaks out on Monday. Monday's kind of a slower day for volume. It's usually Tuesday, right? And you're so anxious of getting trade, and I still get anxious, guys, to trade. And then all of a sudden you don't see a trade, but then you start looking at it funny, like trying to be creative, like, well, I think it's going to do this. Don't ever do that. I got in that. I very rarely take trades on Monday unless it's, a layup. And I looked at it and I said, well, I could possibly do this. That didn't go in my head, but every time I look at a trade, you don't want to look at it for 15 minutes trying to figure it out. And I took a couple trades and then lost money. So we closed them out, and I thought about it, and I said, you know what? Get back to basics, getting back to center. That's what it is. Getting back. Tony Robbins talks about that, where everybody fails. He fails. He said one time I was listening to a recorded. It's called "I'm Not Your Guru." He was in the audience, and he says, "When I've made more mistakes than everybody in this room. The difference is when I make a mistake, I get back to center quickly. The average person makes a mistake and they ponder over it and they never get back to center. And when they can't reach their goals, they all of a sudden brings their goals closer to them. We can't do that. We got to keep our eyes on the prize. We can't automatically within 10 minutes get to the level that Tony Robbins is. This guy is his body, spirit, and his mind is like a bear trap. It takes him a long time. He even says it on stage. It took a long time for me to get this way. Practice every single day. Get back to center. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to make more mistakes than you have winners. Just stand on top of your mistakes. Don't let them hang over your head. So that's what I want you guys to do. If you make a mistake, know what your mistake is and press forward. So, and that's what you do when you have rules. So you have to follow these rules. But anyway, let's look at one more and then we'll wrap it up for today. Pound Swiss. This is going to be a good one. Looks like it's all going short here, but there is these two little signals here. It's been going up for the last 5 hours. So kind of watch that. It's already at the bottom. Looks like it wants to travel up, but our indicators aren't saying that yet. This could be a trade that maybe starts on Friday, and this may be a trade that you may want to take on a Monday. So just keep that on your chalkboard or something on a notepad. Let's erase this here. This is definitely a trade for a few days from now. If it goes from the bottom, if it bounces. We'll take a look at that. Okay, there is a downtrend here. It's a short direction. But look for signals to go long. Look for signals to go long. Mm-hmm. 0618. Okay, so it's going in a short direction, but look for signals to go long. I think if I put a Fibonacci tool, and you don't even need a Fibonacci tool for this one, you can just see right here. The thing has been bouncing on the support line. It just keeps kissing it and kissing it right there. So this could very well be a beginning of a new trend, but it's not ready yet. It's just not. So I could see the 120 moving, and it's already going into the middle of the street. Looks like it's uptrend. So make some notes on that one. Okay, so we're done here. Let me look at this. If guys, you want to, oh, look, it went backwards a little bit. If you guys want to use this FX Synergy, I believe there's a trial on it. I'm in a trial right now. It's free, and then it goes up to like $50 or something. But if you're a full-time trader like I am, this is a godsend. So this is super, super, super awesome. But anyway, from San Antonio, Texas, and Trading Places, this is Sydney Guajardo. Guys, we are in a weird, weird time right now in the world. So be nice. Love your family like you love your neighbor. Say hi, smile, do some good things even when no one is watching. And, I really believe that people are put on this planet to help other people that can't help themselves. And I really think we need to exercise that every single day. So from Trading Places, we bid you farewell, and we'll see a good trading tonight, and we'll see you first thing in the morning. Oh, I apologize for this morning. Audio went out. I don't know if it had to do with, we had a serious amount of rain. That could have been it. But all right, guys, we'll see you in the morning. Bye-bye.